Hey, it's Joe Solari here, and I help authors build great businesses. Today we're going to talk about some more CARES Act legislation, specifically stuff that applies to your IRA or your 401k. There has been some changes that have been made to deal with hardship that may help you, and you need to understand these rules and regulations if you're implementing a strategy where you're going to tap into your retirement funds to help you start your author business. Two things to consider before you do this. Number one is, if you haven't really proven that you have an audience and you're selling books, you need to do that first before you think about pushing out into a full-time position. One thing I can't help you with in your business is if your books don't resonate with an audience and you can't sell your books, you're never going to have a business. It's harsh to hear, but that's the truth. Number two is, if you're going to be pulling money out of your retirement funds right now, the market just had a over 20% drop, so the actual amount of money in your account has probably been reduced significantly. And if you decide to take money out, then it's not going to be participating in the market. Now that could be good or bad. Some people believe that there's going to be another drop in the market as the ramifications of the virus on the economy play out, but then there is going to be a return, and historically it's shown that when the market comes back, it comes back pretty quickly. You'll miss out on some of those returns. That being said, having the money now to get your business going and knowing that you have the certainty of some cash on hand to get you through the next few months, having that certainty is probably worth more than some future value of your retirement fund. Again, that's something you have to decide for yourself on a personal level. Let's talk about specifically now what happens if you are going to take money out because of the hardship. Now the law says that it's got to be COVID-related hardship. So either you've been infected, your spouse has been infected, or you've had some economic impact from the pandemic, which is pretty much everybody. So I'm assuming that qualifying for this is not going to be hard. If you do qualify, there's some things that have changed from a typical withdrawal. So let's talk about 401ks first. It's double the amount now, so it's up to $100,000 or could be as much as 100% of your 401k, and that would be done as a loan. An aside on this is, if you do have a loan on your 401k right now, you can suspend payments back to yourself to improve your cash flow without any penalties being incurred. That's another part of the law. So one way is, if you do have a 401k, you can do a withdrawal out of the plan. Now keep in mind, if your overall strategy is that you're then going to exit out of a full-time job that you're at, make sure that you think through the steps in this. As I talk in my book, Treat Your Writing Like a Business, you may want to roll that money over into a new 401k that is part of your business, then take the withdrawal, then take the loan out, versus taking a loan out of your business, then having to repay that when you close it or face a tax penalty. So there's a timing issue there, depending on if you're transitioning away from a business. So like if you've just lost your job and you have a 401k sitting there, you would want to roll that over into a company 401k that you set up of your own company first, then do the loan. If you're using an IRA for this, this isn't a loan, it's a withdrawal, but it sort of works like a loan in this respect. So here's how it works. Is you now can take, again, up to $100,000 out. There is no 10% penalty up front, and you don't have to pay taxes on it if you pay it back within 3 years. You also can, if you decide to just hold on to that money and not pay it back, you can spread out the tax payments on that withdrawal over those 3 years. So there's a way to spread out those cash flows over time. So this is just a quick study in how 401ks and IRAs can be a resource for you in stressful times, providing your business with the cash flow it needs to get through these uncertain times. If you've ever used your retirement funds in the past to get through a stressful period or uncertainty, why don't you leave a comment below and share how it worked out for you and any concerns or advice that you might have for some of the other folks watching this channel.